Hey, what's up, people? J-Dub here. Johnny Wimbrey. I want to talk about commitment. Yesterday, I was live on my show doing Johnny on the Spot in the studio, and somebody asked me a question. How do I stay committed? Let's deal with that. Let's deal with commitment. First thing is, listen, the worst thing you could do when you make a commitment is lie to you. I see so many people lying to themselves. You got to commit to the commitment. And the second thing is, you don't have to wait for a certain day to commit to something. Waiting to January 1st, yeah, we're in the first few weeks of the year, but you don't have to wait to a certain day to make a commitment. That's the trap. Champions make a commitment on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. They don't wait till the first of the year. Give yourself permission to succeed right now while you're listening to this message. So here's the most controversial message I've ever given on stage. Do you have the commitment of a crackhead? Wow. You ready? The reason I say that subject is one of the most challenged subjects that I've ever talked about on stage. Before thousands in arenas, I was pulled to the side after I got off stage, and they said, one person said it, Johnny, and this is the person who made the decisions, really. Man, why did you have to go there? I'm like, you know where I'm from. You know my background. I speak about things that I've seen with my own eyes. I teach on things that I've gone through. Most people who speak from stage, they teach about things that they read about. And I'm not saying I don't teach about things that I read about, but I'm a walking, talking billboard of the message that I bring. So when I talk about the dedication of a crackhead, I'm not insulting somebody who's addicted to crack or addicted to meth or addicted to any, narcotic. But I am making a point. And here's the point. If you know my story, you know that I sold crack cocaine when I was a teenager. I had a felony arrest when I was a teenager. I had a lot of bad decisions starting at 14, 15 years old because I subscribed to the streets. That's my fault. I take full credit of that. It's nobody else's fault but mine. And while I'm owning that, I want to share something with you that probably changed my life forever. I used to see people addicted to crack on a daily basis. Very sadly, but I did. I've been in houses where people smoke crack. Very sad, but it's the truth. I don't run from the truth. But here's something that I saw, a characteristic that I saw that I don't see in most people who say they are committed to their commitment. And here's what I mean. A crackhead, a meth head. I've never been around meth, so I can't really talk about it. But I do know that crack is a very demonic drug that literally sucks the soul out of your life. A crackhead will wake up every day. Not every other day, every day. They wake up with zero. Can you imagine having a daily commitment, knowing every day you have to start from zero? Somebody who's addicted to crack is so committed that they know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to get high that day. Do you wake up every day knowing for a fact that you are going to participate in your commitment? See, somebody's addicted who's addicted to crack. It's not an option for them. They don't see it as an option. Of course, listen, I don't want you to break the law, steal from your family members. I don't want anybody to do like that, do those type of things to be successful. You should never have to lie, cheat, steal, or anything like that to be successful. But a crackhead wakes up every day knowing. The Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, and it's the evidence of things not seen. Let me do that again. Faith is a substance of everything that you hope for. It's the substance of what you hope for. And it's also the evidence of what you can't see. That's faith, because you can't see it. A crackhead wakes up every day with that kind of faith. They know for a fact they got one goal. It's not to eat. It's not to impress people. It's not to make friends. It is to get high. None of you are listening to me right now at ground zero. And I'm not insulting you where you are, but if you're listening to me right now, I'm going to bet that you didn't wake up this morning at zero like someone who's addicted to crack. Someone who has sold everything that they have in their possessions because they care more about getting high than anything else in the world. Is it possible for you to care about your commitment more than anything else that's a distraction from your commitment? See, somebody who's addicted to drugs, somebody who's addicted to crack, especially, and meth, especially, they are so committed to their commitment that even though they can't see how they're going to get high that day, they know for a fact they're going to accomplish it. Now, let's twist it and turn it into your life and my life. See, I know for a fact that if someone who wakes up every day at ground zero successfully gets their commitment, reaches their goal of getting high, and they start from zero, they have no evidence of how they're going to do it, they just know they're going to do it. So I leave you with this. Is a crackhead more committed than you? Does somebody who's addicted to drugs, who is literally a victim to an addiction of drugs, are they more committed to you who has no addiction? Think about that. If a crackhead, if a meth head can wake up every day, sadly, knowing they will do whatever it takes, whatever it absolutely takes to be successful in getting high, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do in terms of your commitment to reach your goal of getting your commitment? Are you committed to your commitment? Have you lied to yourself about your commitment? See, these are real questions. This is real stuff, people. It's real stuff. So the moral to the story is, if somebody can wake up every day at zero and still quench their thirst of a very nasty, addictive habit, if they can do it with zero every day, what's your excuse? Controversial subject, but it's real for me. And if you don't like the message, do something about it by hitting your commitment and reaching out to me and say, hey man, I didn't need that message about the crackhead. I did it. Call me out. I'm open to it. But the question still remains, do you have the commitment and dedication of a crackhead, of a drug addict? And I can only talk about crack because I've been around it, I've seen it. I know what it does to people. I know what it takes out of people. But what I don't understand is how somebody who has zero, many of them have lost their families, many of them wake up with zero money, some of them wake up on the streets, not remembering the day before. But somehow, some way, they still wake up with the same goal, the same commitment. By any means necessary, they are going to get high that day. How do you feel about your commitment? And is your commitment on the level of someone who's addicted to narcotics? I'm addicted to success. I'm addicted to winning. I'm addicted to helping people reach the best potential of themselves. I'm addicted to it. I know that I am. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I live like I live. Never allow a crackhead to be more committed to their nasty habit than you are committed to your personal success. Holla at your boy. If you don't like it, tell me. I'm down. I can listen. It don't hurt. This is J-Dub. Wayne Words from Wimbrey. Let's go.